James once mediated a dispute between two business partners who had been arguing for 11 months. In the first 40 minutes of the session, he said almost nothing. He asked a question. He listened. He reflected back. He asked another question. At the end of the session, one of the partners turned to the other and said, "I think I've been wrong about this." James had not said that. He had never suggested it. The partner had arrived at it himself, out loud, in his own words, with his own logic. That is the moment James understood something that the research had already confirmed. The most persuasive voice in the room is almost always the voice of the person being persuaded. The phenomenon has several names: self-persuasion, the Socratic method, motivational interviewing in therapeutic contexts. But the underlying principle is consistent across all of them. When people arrive at a conclusion through their own reasoning process, even if that process was guided, they hold that conclusion with far greater conviction and far greater resistance to revision than conclusions delivered from outside. Beat 1. Research on attitude change consistently shows that arguments people generate themselves produce stronger and more durable belief shifts than equivalent arguments delivered by others. The same logic, internalized from within, lands differently. Beat 2. This is why skilled negotiators favor questions over assertions. Not, "This is why you should accept this offer," but, "What would a workable outcome look like from your perspective?" The question is an invitation for the other person to begin constructing the path. And paths we build ourselves, we are far less likely to abandon. Beat 3. There is an elegant ethical version of this and a concerning version. The ethical version is what good teachers do. They create conditions for insight rather than delivering insight. The concerning version is when someone uses carefully constructed questions to guide a person toward a conclusion that serves the questioner's interests, while the person believes they arrived there freely. Beat 4. The distinguishing factor is whether the questions are genuinely open or subtly leading. What do you think makes most sense here? Is different from, "Don't you think the most sensible option would be X?" Both are questions. Only one is genuinely asking. James teaches this to every new mediator he trains, not as a manipulation, but as a form of respect. Because if you can help someone think their way to clarity, rather than delivering clarity as a verdict, you have done something more lasting than winning an argument. You have participated in someone else's thinking. That is a different kind of influence, quieter one, and in James's experience, far more durable. In the final video of this series, we arrive at the oldest and most powerful mechanism of all. The pull of the crowd, the comfort of consensus, and the extraordinary question of whether the people around you are actually thinking or simply reflecting each other.